and welcome. Today we're going to be going over how you can build a Zenfi flow that can automatically generate an NDA after it's been requested through Google Forms. So let's go ahead and get started. The first step to any Zenfi flow is to configure your trigger. This is the action that initiates the workflow. In this case, since we're using a Google Form trigger, this means that it's going to start the flow whenever a Google Form response is submitted. So to set up your connection, all you have to do is click on this plus button here to create a new connection. You can select if it's a private or shared connection, as well as give it a custom name. After you click on authorize, you'll be able to click on this button here, this Google Drive icon. Allow you to open your Google Drive and select any form that you have access to. Down at the bottom, you'll be able to see each field with its display name and type as well. This is the form that I'm going to be using for the example. It has fields like the name, the title, the email, etc. And this is going to be the NDA that I'll be using for this example. You're going to need to create one on Google Docs to use as a template. Now keep in mind that this is going to have fields that we're going to want to replace. So we're going to be using placeholders. To indicate where you want to replace a value, you're going to need to use 2 curly brackets around the value. So for example, if we want to change the date, we would need to put it around curly brackets, the company, the name, the title, etc. So make sure you create your Google form, and you can use those fields inside of your Google Docs that you can replace the values with what was filled in. Just make sure you use the 2 curly brackets around those placeholders so Zenvi knows exactly where to replace the values. The first action that I'm going to be using is this one called format date and time. What this is going to do is it's going to allow us to select how the date is displayed on the document. You only have to use this if you wish to show the date in a specific way, maybe the date first, maybe only the time. So you're able to scroll here and select how you wish to write the date. And you also have the ability to use custom, and you can write your own custom format down at the bottom. The next action I'm going to be using is this one called generate document using template. What this is going to do is it's going to generate our custom NDA using the information from the Google form. So it's going to be replacing all the placeholders. So first, all you have to do is again set up your connection. Here you're going to indicate which file is going to be the template. You can use this Google Drive icon to search through your Google Drive. And the next 2 fields you have to fill in are the destination folder, meaning where you want to save this document once it's generated, and what name you want to give the document. In this case, we're naming the NDA as their first name dash NDA. Now, if you wish to enter information like the name, for example, or any other information coming from the Google form, you can use this icon here. This is called a token picker. This allows you to enter information from previous steps. So if you want to use a date, for example, you could use this one. Or if you want information from your Google form, you have the ability to open this menu, and you'll be able to use your name, the title, company, or any other field that you added to your Google form. This action allows you to automatically generate the HTML and the PDF, so make sure to turn on those options if that's something you're interested in. In this case, we are, since that's the one that we're going to be using to send to sign. So now down at the bottom, we're going to be able to see all the placeholders that are in our document. So if you wish to insert information into any of them using dynamic data from your form, make sure to use a token picker and let it know exactly which values go in which spot. So for example, here the company, I would use a token picker and select company from the form. And I would do the same for the name, the date, the title, etc. You can also manually write whatever you wish to appear there if that's something you're interested in, or you can leave it blank as well. The next action is going to be used to send our document to sign. This is the action called eSign DocuSign Envelope. So all you have to do is set up your connection, and what you're going to do is let it know which documents it's going to send to sign. So again, you're going to use the token picker, and you'll be able to select the PDF file here. You can add a subject and an email message as well, customize it using the token picker if necessary. And here you have the ability to select what you wish to do if the recipient needs to sign, is an in-person signer, if they only receive a copy, if they just need to view, if they can edit, etc. So in this case, we're going to put that they need to sign, and we're going to use the token picker to select their name and their email. Then it's going to give you the option to select a placeholder if you wish to indicate where the signature would go. So in this case, you can use a signature placeholder. So a quick hack if you wish to indicate a placeholder so that DocuSign knows exactly where you need the person to sign is that you can go to your document and simply write the placeholder in the same way as the other ones with 2 curly brackets but in white font. That way it's not visible to the eye, however Zenfy does have the ability to recognize that it's there and you can use it as a placeholder for your signature. The next action we have here is an if condition. So what this is going to do is it's going to decide if the document has been signed or not. So for this, we're going to set up a clause. So whenever the outcome of the signature is equal to completed, meaning they did sign, it's going to follow the true branch. If you wish to select the outcome of the signature, just use the token picker, send document via e-sign, and if you scroll down, you're going to be able to see the outcome. Now, what happens when the document isn't signed? We have a log to history. This is a really easy way to display messages in your Zenfy flow. So if we click on the wrench, we're going to be able to see the name, decline to sign the NDA, or the request was canceled, terminating the flow. And this is just a way to know exactly what is happening in real time. Again, you can use any field using the token picker. You even have the ability down at the bottom to add other fields from the e-sign. For example, decline reason if you wish to add that to your log to history, decline by email, decline by name, decline time. And the last thing we're going to do is notify the requester, meaning the person who submitted the form to be able to get the NDA. We're going to let them know that the person didn't want to sign. So in this case, we're going to use the send email action using Gmail. So just set up your connection. Who are we going to send the email to? To the person who sent the form. You can achieve that by going to the trigger and you're going to use the initiator email. Here you can customize your email. You can edit the subject, the body, and you're able to use the token picker here as well. You can even change the size of the font, the type of font if it's in bold. And this is just letting them know that the NDA that had been sent to the person was declined or canceled. But what happens when they do sign the document? We have this save file action, which is going to be in charge of storing our document into Google Drive. So after you set up your connection, all you have to do is let Zenfy know which document you wish to upload to Drive. So in this case, we're going to be using this one that says the content of the signed document, since that is one that is already signed. And then you have to let it know where you want to save this file. So you're going to click here on the Google Drive icon and you can select any folder from your drive. And again, we're going to notify the requester, but in this case, instead of letting them know that it wasn't signed, we're going to let them know that it has been signed. And we're also going to attach a view link to the document that we just uploaded to Drive. If you wish to get the view link, all you have to do is again use the token picker, go to the save file action, and you'll be able to get the view link here. Okay, so let's go ahead and save and test run. So we're going to click test run. We're going to select a form to start. Now, as we can see, it already generated the document and it has been sent to sign. So I'm going to go ahead and open my email. Okay, and here we have the document. It says I have received a document to review and sign. So I'm going to go ahead and review, and it also has a message down at the bottom. So now as we can see, I have the option to either void the document or continue signing. So I'm going to do both options so that we can see how it goes through both branches. I'm going to hit continue. I'm going to sign and click finish. And if we go back to our Zenfy flow, it should start moving on to the next steps. Okay, so here it has said that the document was signed, it has saved, and it has also notified the requester. So again, I'm going to go to my email. Here we have the email letting me know that the person signed the NDA, and I also have a link to the Google Drive. There's a file in Google Drive that has been signed already. But what happens when the person doesn't sign? So we're going to again select the same form to start, and we're going to test run, but this time we're going to decline the signature. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open my email. Again, I'm going to review the document, but this time we're not going to sign. Click on other actions, void, and here we should see that it goes through the false branch, so we're going to wait for it to load. And as we can see, it went through the false branch since we did get a log to history. So we click on logs and we go to the last one. It says Jim Clark declined to sign the NDA or the request was canceled. And I also received the email which notifies me that the person didn't sign the document. And that would be everything. Remember, you can make your flows as complex or as simple as you need them. So make sure to check out our YouTube channel where you'll be able to find other use cases using different actions, different triggers, so you can continue learning how to automate more processes. Thank you so much for watching.